So today we're going to talk about my 6-month HRT update. So, woo! I've been on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, for 6 months now. Yes, and a lot has changed. It's fucking crazy. So right now I'm going to post a couple before photos so you can see what I look like before. And now I'm going to post some more current photos. So as you can see, a lot has kind of shifted, a lot has changed. Certainly my skin is like one of the biggest things. I've gone from like a really tan, kind of a darker looking, like I had a heavy tan, and it like was there year round. Like even when I was indoors, like my skin just had like a darker tinge to it. I've gotten so much fucking paler, which I'm happy with that. Another thing that's really changed, and this might be a given, is my happiness level. I am so much happier since I started HRT, and it was like an overnight thing. Within 20 minutes of taking the first dose, it was like a weight came off my chest. Because it's tough. It's really hard trying to fight it. It's really fucking hard. And I was a fighter. Oh my god, I still am a fighter. But I didn't realize how much mental energy it was taking for me to keep it down and to not deal with it. To give you an idea of where I was in life, I was not happy with my life whatsoever. Even with my beautiful, sexy body that you saw in those last couple photos, I was a fucking beast. But I was very miserable. I was trying to beat myself into being normal, and it was not a healthy thing to do. It wasn't good by any means. As soon as that realization that I was finally dealing with this issue that's been bugging me since I was like as long as I can remember, I really started noticing something was off, I guess, around the age of 8. It's like life opened up. I was living with family at the time. Within months, I moved out. This is a place with roomies. I lucked out. I'm so fucking happy. My roomies are fucking awesome. You'll see some of them in these videos. But I lucked out. If you're watching this, you guys are fucking awesome. You know that. You know I've told you that. Alright? So fucking deal with your awesomeness and just stop telling me that you're like not awesome, because you are. Okay? Thank you. So I moved out. I'm starting college. Finally. I'm finally starting college. I'm 22, so I'm an old fuck, and I'm starting college this year, and I'm going into the dorm and do my best to go back to and live my 18-year-old life, because who the fuck wants to skip out on being young? I was an 80-year-old dude when I was 18. I didn't realize how much trying to fight this shit aged me. Like, really. My social life has gotten so much better. I've always been kind of charismatic. I've always been, confident. At least that's the impression I give people, it seems. But I was spending so much energy just trying to be something I wasn't, and so like I wouldn't have energy to go out and do the things that made me happy with my friends, and nearly as much as I would have liked to. Well, let's also talk about health. So, as you saw in my previous photos, I was a motherfucking beast. I worked out a lot. I was working construction, and then I'd go home and I'd do Muay Thai, or I'd do BJJ. And then I'd wake up the next day and I'd go for a long run, at least 3 miles. And I might give myself, my Sunday rest day was maybe like, I wouldn't just stay in bed. I would run, I'd go for like light walks, I'd I do cardio, and then I do like maybe some light weightlifting if I wanted to, just if if I felt like I wanted to. But I was very active. I was very athletic, and I mean, it's cool because I was strong. I was very strong. I could lift a lot. I mean, I surprisingly, actually, I can still lift a lot. I've heard a lot of people talk about strength loss, and I have experienced that to some degree. I have experienced that, but it hasn't affected me as much as I guess I would have expected, and my muscles haven't shrunk nearly as much as I would have liked. I will, for the people watching, I will do this. I fucking hate my biceps. Now, I worked very hard for many years to build them up because I was trying to fight this shit. And I thought, if I have big biceps, dysphoria is not a thing. Which, if whatever kind of logic that is, stupid. But, so here we go. This is my arm when it's loose, and so I try to keep it loose all the time and never activate them. And then when you activate it, boom. It's not as big as it was, so it's getting a little bit smaller. In fact, let me pull this up. You can see kind of my tattoo there. It's my memento mori from Mind with a Good Life. Yeah, you can't see it. Oh, sorry for the camera shaking, by the way. My phone's been acting up. I have my lavalier mic hasn't been working with it. So I'm filming from my MacBook right now. So bear with me, it's just not the best quality in the world. I luckily got some extra footage of some of my fitness routines with my phone earlier, and so a little bit better quality, a little less grainy. So we're gonna skip into that in a little bit. But right now we're up. So now I want to talk about. We're already talking about fitness. So my muscles have shrunk. My cardio, surprisingly, I've been doing a lot of cardio because I don't want my biceps. I want them to go away. They can up and vanish for all I care. But I've been looking at my cardio hasn't really been affected as much as I thought it would be. Now, I could look through Strava. I did do a lot of diet switches, and I'm trying to eat healthier, so maybe that balanced it out. I actually, before I started HRT and early on into HRT, I was actually on the carnivore diet, like pure meat. I would have ground beef, salt, and an occasional egg with some offal every now and then, because I wanted the health benefits that come with it. At this point in time, I want these gone so badly that I went from there to pretty much pure plant-based. And that has been a shift. That has been a real shift. My brain feels like shit. I can't think nearly as clearly as I was doing carnivore. I've been less motivated since I've gone on plant-based, and I've had the occasional eggs. I've just been so much less motivated. My skin looks still halfway decent. I have had a slightly more issues actually with plant-based though. It's not really all that noticeable, but I do seem to have like the occasional, skin thing here and there. Actually, I also have like splotches on my skin. I don't know what they call it, but I know they're like weird discolorations, and they'll appear when I don't eat carnivore. And then when I go on carnivore for a while, they'll actually disappear, along with everything like brain fog, fatigue. I just function better on it. But I also have muscle, and that's gotta go. So I do a lot of yoga. I try and do like mindfulness stuff, mindful exercise. I like stretching. I like balance. Balance is something I love, and I've always loved. I was very good at it when I was younger, and then I had some health issues that caused me. I had some neurological damage growing up, and then for the past 4 or 5 years, I've been doing a lot of work to recover from that. Everything from diet to exercise, which is how I got into the carnivore diet. Like I was trying everything, and that seems to have made one of the biggest improvements. And it's actually some of the issues now that I'm plant-based, like they're not really issues anymore. Like I can eat plants again without feeling like shit. Now I can't eat pizza. I can't go out and get like a solid slice of like meat lovers and expect to not feel like total shit and like have jitters and be off balance and feel drunk all day the next day. But I seem to be able to eat like healthy, unprocessed greens now. So I can have I'll have kale salads with like slices of apples and some quinoa. I know you're like, this person's the whitest motherfucker on this planet, right? So granola. But I do try and keep healthy. I do try and eat as healthy as I can. I don't drink coffee if I can avoid it, although I do love it on occasion. I love my coffee. But I'll talk about going back to fitness. Yoga has improved dramatically. My flexibility has improved dramatically since I started HRT, and I can't tell you guys how happy that makes me, because I fucking love being flexible. I never wanted, actually, like, I was bulky and I was built, but I hated being bulky and being built. I hated having that much muscle mass on me. It was restricting. It was, I could lift a lot, but I couldn't bend, I couldn't move. I felt my joints were hurting all the time. It's no way to live. I've lost almost 30 pounds probably of muscle so far. It's been about 6 months of HRT. I've been trying hard to lose muscle. And I can't tell you how much more freeing it feels to just not be weighed down by a bunch of fucking muscle. Now, I could have murdered 3 people with one hand, but I wasn't happy. And what's the point? What's the point of going through life? What's the point of preparing for all this shit? What's the point of learning how to fight? Of doing Muay Thai, doing kickboxing, sorry, that's the same thing. Doing Muay Thai, doing BJJ. What's the point of lifting weights, doing construction, being the most physically fit badass in the world if you're unhappy and you feel like shit all the time? That's not the ultimate goal. Ultimate goal is to find happiness. So I feel so much healthier, and having more flexibility and losing the muscle mass. Thank you, HRT. And so my yoga is greatly improved. I'm more flexible. I'm happier. My brain is working better, which is something I really was surprised with. I told my mom. I remember I called her up one day early on into HRT, and I was like, people always say girls are smarter. I think I have proof. Because I was starting to remember all this shit that I had forgotten. That, like, it wasn't like I had buried. Like, it wasn't like an egg issue. Like, I finally hatched out of my egg and realized I was trans and was like, oh shit, look at those shells. Who knew I was an egg? Like, I mean, it was more like totally random instances. I remember things that I just didn't remember, because it could have also been because depression was lifting, because I wasn't really, it took a lot of energy to keep this at bay. And, people say that if you're depressed, you don't have as good a memory, so it could have also been that. But I felt so much more confident, so much more peace, so much healthier. And I actually did, so I love looking up. I'm a productivity fucker. I love anything that I think will make me a better beast of a human being. I try, like a more powerful force. So I love nootropics, and I read an article. I found something on Reddit the other day. I might post it in the description if I can find it. It's been a little while, on how estrogen actually, when they give it to guys, and now this is different. I'm trans, so I don't know if this is different in different ways, but it can increase memory by like a lot. I can't remember the exact study, but I'll post it down below if you guys are interested in this. I'll give you a specific instance. I'm walking down the street the other day, and this guy comes up dressed like a social worker. He has like a badge. Hi, my city name's such and such. We're raising money for such and such young kids in our art program and blah 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 blah. Would you be willing to donate some money to this cause? And this dude's a con man in my area. I've seen him around, and he got me the first time. And then I saw him like a couple months later, and I was like, I feel like I know this dude, but I wasn't quite sure. And then I saw him and then I saw him like the other day, and I was like, no, you've tried to con me twice. The first time was at GameStop, and it was Christmas, and you wanted to get something for your kid and shit. Next time it was, or the next time, you had to fill up gas in your car, and you even had keys to a fucking car that you told me were for a Mercedes, and you were a doctor. So why would a doctor swap out his job now to work for a nonprofit? That doesn't make sense. You're already doing good work as a doctor. So, like, you've come at me twice, man. So, stop with your bullshit. I know your gig. I've seen you 3 or 4 times. So stop fucking with me and have a good day. Oh, it wasn't me. I was like, all right, sir, have a good day. See ya. I've given money to you once. I'm not stupid. And I walked away. And I wasn't stupid anymore. It's like, whoa, holy shit. It's super cool. So that was really interesting, actually. Everybody talks about, like, the fat redistribution, blah, blah, blah. I guess I should go into that just because it's something everybody talks about. So, yes, I now do have some titties. Like, they're growing and they're constantly in pain. And so I have, I think this, I'm going to level with you guys. This is a little bit padded, but it's just a little bit. It's not a lot, but it is a little bit, because if I bang it into something, it's really painful. I play the guitar, and I pulled the guitar up, and it kind of like bumped a little bit, and I was like, ah! Like the other day, it was like, wow, what the fuck? So it's kind of funny. But going back to yoga, it's improved so much. In fact, I have some videos that I will post now that my roommate and I took. Thank you, Priscilla, for videotaping that. You're fucking awesome. And whether you want to or not, you're getting credit for this. So hopefully you're cool with it. But yeah, you're fucking awesome. So thanks for videotaping me there and tumbling around on the floor, trying to do, what were we doing? I think it was the crow stance or crow pose, whatever. Which I finally got down. That was one of the biggest things I was having trouble with. Anyway, so I'll switch over into those videos, and then I will be back to finish up between you and me. All right.
Video.
What's that?
Let me be in your YouTube video.
Yeah, get in my YouTube video. Do some yoga with me. Can you do this one? Can you do this, the crow?
No.
Oh, maybe you do.
Oh God, no. Hey, how to do that? I'm gonna smash my fucking face in.
Get out. Ooh, can you do the bridge? You can do the bridge. You can do the bridge. Bridge.
In fact, look. It's like, this is the bridge. Oh. You can do the bridge. Yeah, you can do the bridge. Ooh, okay. Yes.
Oh fuck.
That was fun though.
Hairbrush. I think that's all I have. Sorry.
As you can see, like my athleticism, I was all power and I was no technique. And I would do the yoga, but it would be so hard. It would be so hard. I go to these yoga classes and I'd just be hammering out the poses, and it was rough and it was so painful. And now I'm doing these and I can breathe into them. And I don't know, obviously my joints are more flexible since I started HRT. My muscles are more flexible. I'm so grateful for that. Honestly, I didn't realize. I knew it was affecting me, and I knew I hated being bulky, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting me. Like it's affected me. It affected me so much. I'm so glad that my muscles are shrinking. But yeah, so like, as you can see, I've gotten so much more. I could have never done the crow pose before. I would have tried and tried and tried, and I would have never gotten it down. But I got it down, and it's fucking amazing. I love it. I finally got it down. And overall, like, life has been Honestly, life has been infinitely better since I've started. I have so much. It's like a computer, I guess. Like if all your RAM is being put toward one process, you're not gonna. Your computer's not gonna be able to do anything else. All my RAM was going toward blocking the fact, fighting the fact that I was trans. All of my RAM was going toward fighting it, denying it, not letting, not being me, and trying to force myself to be something else. And now that I've come out, now that I've started HRT, now that my mind is going in my life is going in the direction that really it feels like it should have gone all along. I have so much more, actually more RAM that I can allocate to all other things. I can put them towards so many other tasks. So I'm going to college. I've lost a bunch of weight, actually. I mean, it's muscle, but I've been trying and I've been succeeding. I have a much better social life. I'm sleeping better. I've made changes to my diet. I'm focusing more on health. Sorry guys, you guys are on my lap, so if it's really weird and like rocking back and forth, that's why. And my life is just so much better since I've started going in this direction. I'm gonna be so much when I do go back to work. Obviously, I've had time off with quarantine. When I do finally go back to work, honestly, I'm expecting it to be a lot easier because I have all this extra rent. I don't have to be in constant fear that that somebody will know, that somebody will discover this. And that was a fear. I can be myself, and I came out to my work, and they've accepted me, which has been one of the coolest things so far. I think all the hate was in my head, really. It's kind of a interesting thing. But since I don't have to be scared of this anymore, it's like I have so much more free space to do other things with. And it's come out as proof in my life. So if you're an egg, if you're watching this, and you do know if you're an egg, you're most likely not a fetishist. Maybe you are, but you can be both. Nothing wrong with having kinks. Then my advice is go for it. Because my life is infinitely better. And I'm so much happier. And if this can do this for me, because of, if dealing with this one issue has resolved so many other issues, then it's like that old saying goes, deal with the big things. No. So I think I'd say deal with the small things and the big things will take care of themselves. This was a big thing that I needed to deal with, and I dealt with this huge thing, and then suddenly my life is just realigning, and all the small things are taking care of themselves. So, although maybe this was small in the broad scheme of things, maybe this was just because it wasn't a lot of effort. The big thing was all the effort and the torture I was putting myself through by not coming out and saying this is who I am. That was the big thing. Comparatively, coming out and saying this is fucking who I am was there's no fucking issue. It's just some words. It's just some words and then observing what happens. And that's all it is. So honestly, my advice is to just get it out of your chest and start doing you. Start living you. Thank you for watching. This is going to be the end of my video. This is my third video. I do enjoy making these. These are a lot of fun for me. I'm not doing this for the subscribers at this point in time. It'd be awesome if I could turn this into like a full-time gig. That'd be like fucking awesome. How much that would mean to me. But for now, I do it for the fun. I do it for the joy. It brings me joy to talk about these issues and to know that maybe somebody's out there benefiting from what I'm saying. Maybe somebody's out there listening to this and saying, you know what? If she did it, I can do it. But anyway, that's it. So remember to please like, please comment, please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you all for watching. Bye.